growing a practice in medicine is no different than scaling a business in any industry. And so understanding at what point certain things need to be scalable and at what point certain people need to back off and allow somebody else to take over for a certain category. I learned that the hard way. I tried to be the office manager and the marketing person and the billing coordinator for the first few years of our practice. And although that was a great education in how to run a business, it was not sustainable. OMS360 has really found a way to put people who are specialized in their skills and abilities in the right place to affect the right change. And I think sourcing talent and understanding people's capabilities is a very difficult thing to do for anyone, let alone for oral surgeons to do inside of their own business.
So for those who might be considering joining with OMS360, I think it's important for them to know that they are gaining a business partner, a group dedicated to helping expand their business, helping them grow their business, and a group dedicated and focused on success in general. We have a healthy community of doctors and organization personnel who are available to collaborate on things like shared knowledge, best practices, and development of people and culture.
As a leader in your practice, you quickly realize there are various things that you're good at and various things that you're maybe not as good at, and to then affect the way that you personally view leadership as it relates to your practice takes an effort like an academy, a way where we can somewhat go back to school and dive deep into concepts that have never been presented to us or maybe have been loosely presented and we don't know how to apply them to the current practice of oral surgery. And so the Leadership Academy has essentially leveraged that same thing that we desired in residency, which was the tools and tricks and capabilities of performing surgical procedures, but changed that into how do I perform business-related skills and talents and abilities inside of our own practice.
As physicians, having gone through a lot of education, one education we didn't go through was business, any kind of business skills really. And so to be able to learn how to manage employees, how to lead, how to train managers so that we can lead and not manage, those are things that really we don't have any experience with, and I personally didn't have any experience with. So this was hugely beneficial for me to be able to have the opportunity to learn this type of thing.
They obviously recognize that we all come in with the ability to do what we're trained at, to do the surgery, to do the medicine part of it. But we probably are lacking in other areas that would help grow a company, not just for the pure aspect of monetary growth, but grow the company in a positive way and all the team members involved, from the doctors down to the front office staff and the assistants.
I was making the mistake of trying to be a manager rather than a leader. And now that I understand in more detail the difference between the two, I'm able to allow the managers in my practice to manage things so that I can then be more of a leader. And it's allowed me to specifically focus on talking about the goals and visions of our practice and making sure that my employees are aligned with that. And I think it's been successful. I think the morale of our staff is higher because of it, because everybody is working towards the same goal.
To grow teams, to communicate effectively, to provide feedback, to connect with our customers and provide value to them. That sounds like another language to a certain extent, and really getting down into the nitty-gritty has been maybe the most valuable part of that Leadership Academy experience, is removing all distractions, figuring out ways to keep the things that we feel like we need to focus on day in and day out and actually do the work that might actually affect change inside of our practice.
Some of the things that I've learned about how to deal with employees, how to talk to employees, has translated in my personal life with my kids. And so it's not only allowed me to help my business grow, but it's allowed me to grow as an individual too.
There's a genuine interest in me as a human being and how I'm doing overall in not just my business, but in my marriage and in my parenting and in my social activities and free time and just generally my overall health. And I think it's really comforting and reassuring to understand that not just OMS360, but Shore Capital and the way that the Leadership Academy's been structured and organized, that we're not just talking about the day in and day out functions of you as a healthcare professional. We're talking about you as a human being and the way that you interact with people, not just inside of your four walls of your business, but at home and out on the streets. And knowing that there's an interest in all of those things and they all play a part makes me realize that this is, yes, there are a lot of dollars and cents at stake, but that's not what this is about. This is about human interaction and human growth and development.